guys, welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned in the last video, in the biology video, I will teach you mathematics in the next video, a special lesson. That is estimation, you can see over here. And let's begin with the first exercise 2a. And then in the first question is round off to the nearest 10. Then the first question in that main is 62. Here they have mentioned to the estimate, we have to estimate to the nearest 10. So when we have to estimate to the nearest 10, we have to check the ones place. And in the ones place, you can see here 2. So 2 is smaller than 5. So the 2 should become 0 and then the answer will be 60. Okay. Now let's move on to the next. The next question is 72,326. So here also we have to check at the ones place because they have mentioned that we have to estimate to the tens place. When tens place, we have to check the ones place. In ones place, we can notice over here 6. So 6 is greater than 5. So when any number is greater than 5, we have to add that one. We have to add 1 to the tens place. So when we add 1 to the tens place, the 6 also becomes 0. And then the answer finally becomes 72,330. Okay. Now let's move on to the second question. Round off to the nearest 100. So here they have mentioned to the nearest 100. So when it is nearest 100, we have to check the tens place. So in the tens place, we can notice over here, that's 8. 8 is greater than 5. So 1 should be added to the 100 place. And remember this, when 1 is added to the 100th place, these both means the first ones place and the tens place becomes 0. So the final answer is 800. Now the second question is 59,237. So here the 100 place is this one and we have to check the tens place because it is estimated to nearest 100. So when we look at the tens place, we see here 3 which is less than 5. So 3 becomes 0 and behind it also one number is there, that is 7. So we have to make that also 0. And when we make it 0, it becomes 59,200. This is the answer. So the third question is round off to nearest 1000. So when we have to round off to the nearest 1000, we have to check 100 place. So in this first question, the 100 place, we can observe 7, which is also greater than 5. So if it is greater than 5, 1 should be added to the 1000 place. And when 1 is added to the 1000 place, ones and tens and 100 place becomes 0. So the final answer is 7,000. Okay. The second question is 83,294. So here the 1000 place is this one. So we have to check the 100 place. 100 place is 2, which is lesser than 5. So nothing should be added or minused. Just the 2 and 9 and 4, that is 1, tens and 100 place should be converted into 0. So the final answer is 83,000. Done. Now let's move on to the fourth question. Round off to nearest 10, 100 and 1000 means here a single number should be estimated to 10, 100 and 1000. So here the first number is 864. In this, the first we have to check at the tens place. So we have to check at the ones place. In ones place we can observe 4, which is lesser than 5. When it is lesser than 5, as you know, we have to just make that 4 into 0. So the answer is 860. Now let's look at the 100. So when we have to estimate the number to 100 place, we have to look at the tens place. In tens place, you can see here 6, which is greater than 5. So when it is greater than 5, 1 should be added to the 100 place. So when 1 is added to the 100 place, the final answer is 900. Now 1000 place. Here, when it should be estimated to 1000 place, we have to take a look at the 100th place. And when the 100th place is bigger than 5, here it is 8, which is also bigger than 5. So 1 should be added to the 1000 place. But you can observe here no 1000 place. So if it is no 1000 place, these all numbers should be converted into 0, and here you have to add 1. The answer is 1000. Now let's move on to the second number, that is 89,24,379. So first let's estimate to the 10, and when you have to estimate to the 10, we have to check in the ones place, and ones place is greater than 5, that is 9, and it should be 1 should be added to the tens place, that is 7, it becomes 8. So the answer is 89,24,380. Okay. Next, 100th place. 100th place, you have to check at the tens place because it is 100. So we have to check at the tens place, and then in tens place it is 7, and it is also greater than 5. So 1 should be added to the 100th place. So the answer is 89,24,400. Okay. Now let's move on to the 1000th place. As you know, 1000, when we have to estimate any number to the 1000, the number we have to observe the 100th place, and in 100th place you can observe 3, which is lesser than 5. So we should not minus anything or do anything, add anything. So just make it this number as 0 and these 3 numbers. Then the final answer is 89,24,000. Okay. So we move on to the 2B, that is now the first question is estimate sum of each pair to the nearest 100. Okay, now let's do this. 40, first here, look at this. Here, 100 place. So we have to check at the tens place. And when we check at the tens place, we can observe 3, which is less than 5. So it should be converted into 0. And the final answer is 4,200. Okay. Now the next one is 100. So we have to check at the tens place, as you know. And then when we check at the tens place, we can see here 1, which is also very less than 5. So 2,400. Okay, we have to move on the next question now. No, before that, look here. This is wrong. The question is estimate sum of each pair to the nearest 100. Means we have to estimate it and then add. So here we have to add these both numbers, that is 4,200 and 2,400. 0, 0 and 6 and 6. So this is the correct answer, but not this. So 6,600 is the final answer. Okay. Now let's move on to the second one. Estimate each difference to the nearest 1000. And here it is difference, means minus, subtract. So first we will estimate it to nearest 1000, and when we estimate it to nearest 1000, we have to look at the 100 place. By 100 place is 0, which has no value. So we have to just make this 3 also as 0. So the answer is 76,000, and minus this one is 48,399. So here also we have to check at the 100 place because it is estimated to the 1000. So when we look at the 100 place, it is 3, which is also less than the 5. So it will be as 48,000. So when we subtract these both, we get 0 minus 0, 0, 0, 0, and then here we have to borrow. 6 becomes 16, and then 8, and then this one borrow, it becomes 6, and then 2. So the answer is 28,000. Okay. The third question is estimate following products by rounding off to 100. So when we have to round off to 100, you have to check it the tens place. And then here it is rounding off to 100, and here it is products, which means multiplication. So after converting these to nearest 100, then we have to multiply. So first let's convert it. So while converting, we have to check at the tens place as I mentioned, and in tens place you can notice 3, which is also smaller than 5. So the 3 should become 0, and the ones place 3 also should become 0. And the final answer is 300 into, here also we have to check at the 4 because it is tens place. It is in tens place, and the 4 is also less than 5. So it will become 200. So when we multiply these both, no need of multiplying by this. I will tell you a single easy method. First 3 into 2 is equal to 6. And then how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now here the next question is estimate following quotients by converting to nearest 10. And here it is quotients. Means we have to divide. First question is 843. And we have to estimate to the 10. So we have to check it the ones place. Ones place is also smaller than 5. Then it should be converted to 0. That is 840 divided by 33. That is why I have to check the ones place, and then it becomes 30 because 3 is lesser than 5. So the 3 becomes 0. Now we have to divide. So while dividing, we can cancel these both. No, now we'll just divide it. 30. 2s are 60 because 3s are 90. So 90 is bigger than 84. So we have to take some number lesser than that. So 32s are 60. And then 4, 2. And 0 comes here. And 3 8s are 38s are 240. The remainder is 0 and the quotient is 28. So finally we got the quotient, that is 28. So I hope you have liked this video, and you make sure you have subscribed. You have got a lot of information about estimation, which is a special lesson. Okay, thanks for watching.